Former Valley teacher asked a judge to be removed from lifetime probation for a sex crime committed 20 years ago.
12 News journalist Sean Rice sat through a very emotional hearing today. And Sean, this case is 2 decades old. Why are both sides back in court?
Yeah, Mark and Caribe, 20 years ago is how long Joshua Jacobson has been on sex offender probation. Back in 2006, he admitted that he did have sexual contact with a 12-year-old girl. Her name is Kaylee Kozak. He avoided prison time 2 decades ago by agreeing to serve the rest of his life under supervision, but he now claims he no longer needs it. Now let's take you inside the courtroom this morning. As a now 32-year-old, Kaylee Kozak took the stand standing beside her husband and Pinal County Sheriff Ross Teeple. She asked the judge to keep Jacobson on a lifetime term of sex offender probation. She argued that he has skirted many of his requirements, like refusing to undergo risk assessments, not having an approved chaperone, and even claiming that her abuser continues to have conversations with his own children that are sexual in nature. The grief for Kaylee is with her to this day. She's a young 12-year-old girl and recalls being that young girl playing soccer, taken advantage of with inappropriate touching and grooming from a position of trust, her teacher and coach.
I survived everything that he did to me and the awful things that continue to happen after. I will be healing forever from the pain that he caused and continues to cause me and my entire family. But I will always show up to fight for the little girl, for that little girl, because she didn't deserve this, and I owe it to her. I couldn't protect myself then, but I can protect other innocent children now.
When an offender like this does everything in their power to make the protections that society has put in place go away, they are not demonstrating the right mentality to stay safe, and it's dangerous.
And on the other side of this argument, the judge heard from Jacobson's wife, attorney, pastor, and from Joshua himself, all who said he is a changed man who has now found Christian faith, employment away from children, and has followed the conditions set forth by the probation department. After the hearing, he spoke directly to us, admitting that what he did 20 years ago was wrong, asking for Kaylee's forgiveness and an ability to show that he has changed as a man.
Being arrested, and I wouldn't change that because of the man I am today and where I'm at with my family and where my children are at this point. But absolutely, if I could take that pain and suffering away from that time and my poor choice of actions, and it's absolutely the worst time of my life, the worst thing I've ever done in my life, and I would 100% wish that I could take that away for Kaylee's sake, for my sake.
And important to note, a probation officer was present in court this morning. She said that she believes Joshua Jacobson should be removed from this lifetime probation designation. Now, the courtroom really was split this morning, with half in favor of his early termination, half in favor of him remaining on probation. Jacobson has asked a judge for this exact same relinquishment 6 years ago, back in 2020, but he was denied. Maricopa County Judge Kristen Culberson took her decision under advisement, which means we will likely not have a decision on this until next week. Back to you guys.
All right, Sean, thanks.